Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brian. This is Brian on an Island, where we do tech and gaming. And guys, I know I've made quite a few videos leaving the Predator Hunting Grounds weekend trial, and today, this video, I am going to be telling you guys why I may be pre-ordering Predator Hunting Grounds. Now, as I said in the last video, we've watched the movies, and one of the biggest skeptics, this game made me a really big skeptic because I was worried that they were not going to nail the movement or the characteristics of being Predator in this game. Now, I'm familiar with asymmetric games. Usually they're horror. It's usually a group of survivors, teens, adults, whatever, against some scary ghost type figure, but this one takes a very different take on it, especially because we've already had expectations from the movies. Now, I have to say, as you guys see me get into this gameplay, the movement in this game is so fluid, you actually feel as if you're the Predator. Now, we'll get into weapons and customizations later on. You can see me using my blaster cannon here in the footage, but guys, the movement in this game is ridiculous. The jump that you have as the Predator really illustrates how he moves in the movies, and the ability to easily move in the trees while stalking your prey is ridiculously well thought out. Now, a few things in the game that I found took a while to get to were, first and foremost, you have to power up to get to certain levels to be able to unlock different weapons, which makes sense because as a Predator, you're not going to have everything straight off the bat. We know that wherever they're from, now, I'm not huge on the lore of the movies, but I know wherever they're from, there's young bloods and then there's more experienced Predators. So obviously you need to do a few more hunts before you upgrade your gear, which makes sense. Now, the ability to get into a fight and easily escape and get buried in those trees away from the fire team is what I found ridiculous. Like, look how you can jump from tree to tree, aim, shoot, and then disappear when you need to disappear. Now, it gets a bit annoying when you're low on energy, but you can also make yourself invisible, and as you guys can see in the footage now, they can still see where I am, but it's a bit harder for them to aim, especially when I'm not moving. I think they could work on the invisibility just a little bit more, because in the movie, I think it was a lot harder to see. And something else that I realized that was really similar to the movie was that the fire squad can cover themselves in mud, which makes them very hard to see because their temperature gets covered. All right, guys, so they've really grasped a lot from the movie and infused it with the gameplay, and they've made it very fun. Now, I was just getting used to the game, so I wasn't too great at the beginning, but as I started playing, I started to get into the Predator role, which is basically you stalk these guys as much as possible, weaken them, get them to use all their meds, and then when they're a bit disorientated or separated, you can take them apart one by one. Now, I am a very stalky player, so I usually stalk from the trees as much as possible before I get in. Now, another reason as to why I might buy this game is because I love asymmetrical games. I don't really think Battle Royale is gonna take off as much as it did in the last few years. I know PUBG went really great, Fortnite went great. Last year, the Nightmare came up really strong, and unfortunately, it didn't do so well. I know Dead by Daylight is doing really great as well. Those are other asymmetrical games that have been building up compared to the Battle Royale games. But if you guys look at Battle Royale games compared to asymmetrical games, the Battle Royale games, they really peaked, and then they started declining. Whereas the asymmetrical games, they've been on a hiatus of constant growth, if that makes sense. So I think they'll be here for a long time compared to the Battle Royale games. So I think asymmetrical games are going to be the way for the future. Now, seeing this come out, which is a huge title, like the Predator movies have been great. They've been really good. I don't know why I didn't really shoot them while they were there. I'm not sure why. I should have shot them while they were together, but I think I just wanted them to heal so the game could be a bit longer, and I didn't want the video to end too short. But yes, asymmetrical games have been doing great in the last few months, in the last few years, so I really think it's a way to the future. I don't know what other asymmetrical games will be coming out. I know Resident Evil has one in the works, and I can't wait for that as well. I've been reading a lot, and I've just been waiting for some gameplay to be back from there, and then I can see and actually have a say as to, you know, where asymmetrical games are going to be in the future or to come. But a lot of titles are coming out with asymmetrical games, which means it's not dying out and it's actually gaining some momentum. Now, another reason why I might really pre-order this game is because you have the ability to use 2 heals as the Predator, and even then sometimes I don't die when they attack me. As you can see, I'm gonna go behind a tree here and heal, but even when I didn't have that heal, I still had the option to either give up and detonate, or I could run away, wait till my health gets back up, and then I could go back and try to attack them again. So that, I think, is really good. There are a lot of asymmetrical games where when you're playing as the hunter or the killer, you don't have many options. But guys, look at this. The way that he's healing and the invisibility, you can see it's not too perfect, but it's just the beta, so I'm pretty sure there's some bugs that need to be worked out. But yes, the amount of life that you have as the Predator is awesome. Likewise for the Fire Team squad, because they can resurrect their dead players as well, which means it's gives everyone enough chances to actually enjoy the game. Now, I just can't get over the movement, guys. You guys are seeing it again. The way he jumps from tree to tree and you can X to bounce off to a different game is really, really interesting. Now, guys, I must say that this game is extremely fun. I played for the whole weekend as much as I could, which really gave me enough time to get into it. I didn't get enough time to do a video on what the customization screen looks like, but you are side by side with the Predator and your Fire Squad member that you play as, and it just looks really, really clean. The graphics as well, you can see that they actually put a lot of time into it, and I know because it's asymmetrical, there are going to be loads of upgrades and updates and future weapons that are going to be coming, and I just can't wait for them. Now, this video I think gives a really good example as to why I might pre-order this. Now, I might pre-order this game, but not online. I hate software downloadable games, because when they die out, you don't really have anything but the copy of the game on your hard drive. Whereas when you pre-order a game and you get the disc, you get a lot more bang for your buck, because if the video or if the game that you've bought is reducing in value and you don't want to keep it anymore, you can simply take it into your local game shop or your trade shop and you can get some money back, or it'll be a lot cheaper to buy a newer game that's coming out. So I always go for my pre-orders disc copy, even if I have to wait a bit longer. I know that they say you get it on the day the game is released, but depending on your local post office or delivery, you might not get it until the day after, or sometimes you'll get it really late on the day. And whenever these games come out, there's always an update. I don't know why. As soon as you put it into your PS4 or Xbox, whatever it is, console that you're using, as soon as you do that, there's an update. So you have to wait. Not only did you have to wait for the CD to get to your address, but then you have to wait for the update. And if your internet isn't 300 megabytes per second like everyone else that lives in an area for great internet speeds, that might be a wait of 3 to 4 hours. Or when I was back home with my parents, I used to have to wait an 8-hour day to get updates for my games. But all in all, guys, that is the end of the video. I really enjoyed playing this trial weekend for Predator Hunting Grounds, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you drop a like and a subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this game. If you played it during the trial weekend, if you're just hearing about it, let me know if you've been thinking about pre-ordering it, and I'll see you guys the next time I upload. I'll let you guys watch the finishing of this clip, because I think one person escaped because I was playing with them for too much, because I wanted this video to be as long as possible, because I wanted to talk about all the reasons why I would pre-order it. But let me know what you guys think about this game, if you're thinking about pre-ordering it, and if you're not thinking about pre-ordering it, let me have your thoughts, and I will see you guys the next time I upload. Make sure you drop a like and a subscribe. Once again, my name is Brian on an Island, and I am out.
Swapping back. Cover me.
the necessary preparation.